Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Green, and this evening we're going to talk about attitude and count. This is a very complex situation because many people do not understand the difference between when do we show attitude and when do we show count. I want to make it as simple as possible for you both, and I'm just going to reiterate for you for the moment that when your partner leads a suit, we always give an attitude. You like it or you don't like it. That's your first priority on an opening lead. That is what you must think of, not count. I'm not interested in count on the opening lead. I want to know if my partner likes my lead or doesn't like my lead. When it comes to count, there are two circumstances that you will show count. The one is when there's no entry to the dummy and there's a long suit to run and your partner's holding the ace. Your partner needs to know how many cards are in declarer's hand. And that's the time you give count. A high card would show 2 or 4. A low card would show an odd number, 3 or 5. That is the one time you would give count. The other time you give count is when you are sitting with no points in your hand and your partner has all the points. That's the time you would give count. You sitting with lots of points in your hand don't have to give count to your partner. She's got nothing anyway. So those are the two times I like to give the count. So partners got the idea exactly when to hold up the ace, when to take the ace, or when you've got nothing in your hand and your partner can work that out herself. So it comes really down to the rule of 14. And there's another rule of 14 that applies the minute dummy hits the table. If you are the opponent and you know that between them they have 26 points, they are in a game, you use the rule of 14. You subtract 14 from the number of points in your hand. And then you will know exactly how many points your partner holds. It's very important to use that rule. There are 40 points in the deck. They in game with 25, 26. 14 are left. Subtract from your hand. You've got 13, partner's got nothing. So now you know to play passively and not get busy like a little butterfly, switching from suit to suit. I don't want you becoming butterflies at the bridge table. Sometimes it's very bad, and a lot of beginners do that. They start switching from suit to suit, trying to find their partner. But if you use that rule, they've got 26, they're 14 out. I subtract from my hand how many my partner will have, and you can really know when to play passive. That means not from what you have, but from you don't have. All right, everybody. Any questions? And we're going to share the screen. Okay, we're going to go on to hand number 2. I have hand number 2 here for you. We're sharing the screen. North is the dealer. I don't think this is the hand. No, I'm going to share the screen for number 2. This is number 1, and that was a random hand. Hold on a moment. This is number 2. Right, East is the dealer. East opens this hand, 1 heart. And looking at this hand with a void in hearts, there is no ways you will ever double. I have people that double with voids thinking that that's worth 5 extra points. You cannot double on a hand without 12 high card points. You have 8 high card points, and we don't know even if they have a fit yet. So you must pass this hand. And West puts 2 hearts. North passes. Now, East reevaluates the hand. Looking at the hand, you have 16 high card points. 1 for the doubleton here, 17 or 18 over here with the other doubleton. Your partner may have a bare minimum. Some people might just gamble because of the 6-card heart suit and bid 4 hearts. Others may bid 3 hearts and invite partner to game. 3 hearts says partner. I don't know if you're in the 6 or 7 point hand or if you're in the 8 to 10 point hand. And this hand is in the 8 to 10 point hand with the doubleton spade and accepts the invitation. That is entirely up to you, but that is the style that some people do play. And you're in 4 hearts. And your lead, obviously, is the ace of diamonds, ace from ace king, to look at the dummy and to tell partner where you live. Now, I'm going to give you another bridge tip. If your partner has overcalled a suit and you have an outside ace king, you are not to lead your partner's suit blindly. I want you to always lead the ace from ace king to see the dummy and tell partner where you live. Some people just lead blindly because partner bid the suit and they could have maybe got a diamond rough. Who knows? Now, looking at this hand, sitting in the north hand, you get very excited because you have the queen of diamonds. But if you ask partner to continue that suit, you're going to set up that jack of diamonds. And you don't know whether the declarer has 2 diamonds or 3 diamonds. And you definitely do not want to encourage your partner. So on this particular hand, don't just blindly play the 7 of diamonds. You're going to tell partner you don't like diamonds. A low card says, I don't like it. That is called an attitude. Switch, partner. Don't play the king. Looking at the dummy, we usually play through strength, not through weakness. So you'll play the 10 of clubs. Now, while you control the diamond suit, and now looking at the 2 losers, 1 club loser in the east hand, you're looking at hopefully no heart losers. You don't know. No spade losers. That extra spade's not going to help your clubs because you still have 2 clubs in the dummy and 2 in your hand. So you're looking at the following losers. You're looking at 2 diamond losers, a club loser, and if the hearts break, no losers, and you'll be very happy. So looking at this hand, you have no choice but to put in the queen. You have no choice. You have to put in the queen. They're going to win the king. Now, they know for sure they've got a heart trick. The queen 10-9 will produce 1 trick. So they've got 1 club trick as a defender. They've got 1 diamond trick as a defender and a heart trick. If the second diamond goes through, they're going to be very happy. Now you have a doubleton diamond. You don't come back a club. You come back the queen from a doubleton. Partner led the ace. We know partner's got the king. We don't lead aces from spaces. Now you've beaten the contract because you've got 3 tricks already and you know you're going to get a heart trick. If you had played the 7 of diamonds on that trick and partner continued the diamonds, those diamonds are going to get set up and now you can throw your club away on the best diamond. You trumpet. And now you're going to try and draw trumps. And you get the bad news. Now you're going down. Because you're always going to win a heart trick and they're going to go down. And everything depended on your attitude on the opening lead. That is our lesson today. And I'm just going to undo this for a moment because I think you people need to see how important it is that you don't blindly tell partner you like the suit. You want a club switch. Timing is everything in this game. Timing. So let's go back to the lead. So you can all see when I lead the ace of diamonds. And partner gives a 7, which is the wrong attitude. You don't want to continue, but you will. And then you play the king. And our partner plays the 2. High-low is either a doubleton or the queen. So you're going to continue now because you're not sure whether partner had the queen or a doubleton. So by continuing the suit, you've set up the jack of diamonds for a discard. And that's going to be very sad because now they're going to make the contract. You're going to play the ace of hearts and you don't care what happens. They can have their trick when they like. And it becomes a loser on a loser. Let's play the king and I'll show you how it works. All because you didn't give the right card. They've got the master queen. I'm going to go to dummy. I'm not taking any chances. I'm putting up the ace of clubs. And now my jack of diamonds is a discard for my club. And I don't care if they rough it because that was a loser anyway. And that is converting a loser to a loser. And now you're going to make the contract. And now you can never go down on this hand. So we're learning tonight about attitude on the opening lead of the ace from ace king. High, I like it. Low, stop. Let's do something else. And that's on board 2. Any questions?
Yeah, Linda, why isn't the queen of diamonds, why isn't the queen 7-2? I mean, why wouldn't you tell your partner that you like the diamonds? Because then you might get another trick.
No, looking at that club suit, and you know you've got a heart trick. You know you've got a heart trick. Queen 10-9 is a heart trick. You want partner to switch to the club while you control the diamond suit. That is the whole purpose of not telling partner, don't continue diamonds. Otherwise, you're setting up the diamond for a discard. So you got to look ahead. You got the king, jack, another club. You want a club switch. You don't blindly want to show partner to continue diamonds. And that's the reason. It's a very big reason. Okay? Any other question? Yes.
I have a question. I don't know if this is attitude or not, but after the first hand was played, is there a reason or strategy why East and West wouldn't work on getting the trumps off the table?
You can't play the jack without the 10. When we did finesses, you never play a card without the card behind it. The only way you can make the jack a trick is if there's queen singleton or queen doubleton. So drawing the trumps is not the main priority. The queen of spades is a dead card. You can't even use it because you have too many clubs in the dummy. So there's nothing you can do as a declarer. You just hope that the hearts break 2 and 1. But they didn't. Does that answer your question?
Somewhat, yes.
Well, you can't just draw trumps because, you got to, well, what else can you do? They're defending. I know I like to draw trumps, but it's not going to help us, is it? You got to, once they've still got the diamond, we can do nothing about it. It's if they set up that jack of diamonds for you, you're very happy.
Okay.
Okay? Does that help you?
Yes.
Okay, let's go on to hand number 5.
Linda, one quick question before you leave.
Yes.
Is there any way to tell partner when you're discarding on the ace that you want the club?
No.
There's no way to
That's going to be on Thursday. I'm going to discuss it with you. I wrote up, it's called suit preference signal. That is a very important question you asked me, but it only applies when there's a singleton on the table or dummy has the king and the queen. You could give a suit preference signal.
Okay.
It's called suit preference signal. We're going to do that on Thursday. If there's a singleton in dummy, we can tell our partner by what card we play as to which suit to switch to.
Linda, we have Barbara and Nola May with their hands up.
I see that. I'm not going to change. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Until we cannot do anything when there's a doubleton. We just want attitude. Yes, I can see Nola and Barbara. Who's next? Okay,
I'm Barbara.
Okay, Barbara.
Let me just get straight. Low means like,
No,
I mean
no.
earlier.
No.
Explain when low is like and when low is do not like, please.
Okay. All right. If we go back to just to playing defense in the middle of the game,
Mhm.
a low card
Oh,
lead.
not the opening lead. Okay.
Right. That's what you're asking me.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
the
So if you're
opening lead. Right.
so in the middle of the game, low
On the
means like
opening
and high
lead,
means hate.
on the opening lead, we give an attitude. I like it or I don't like it.
And that's reversed.
Right.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. And Nola's next and then Nancy.
Nola, you're muted.
You muted Nola.
There, is that better?
Okay.
Yeah, I might be a little slow. I think I am. But when you say high is 2 or 4 and you like, does that mean 2 or 4 cards?
When you
And
give
low-
count, we're not doing count now. Today, this hand is attitude.
Yes, so
When we
you're
give
talking,
count, we give second highest, or if you can afford the highest, fine. But if you can't, we play a high card to show 2 or 4, an even number. If we play a low card, it's an odd number,
okay,
3 or
got
5.
it.
Okay,
Okay, great,
but it doesn't apply to this. Nancy.
right. Thank you.
Okay.
What
Nancy?
would, yes, thank you. What would have made your diamond suit up in the Queen 7-2? If I had Queen 10-7-2, would that be a better suit? And would I want them to come back in it?
Well,
No.
the thing is this. If I found I had no other tricks to take, I would encourage with the 10 if I had Queen 10-7-2.
Okay.
But I don't, I want the club. I need that club while I know I have a heart trick.
Okay.
So you got to look at at your tricks of how many you think you can take to defend this contract and beat them.
Okay.
Okay?
I just need to play more.
Okay, no problem. All right, any other things? Anybody else?
I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
Is there,
Deb.
are you implying there's a difference in showing attitude when your partner is leading, doing the opening lead versus
Opening
leading
lead.
during the game?
Yeah, now we'll talk about that. When you're playing during the game, okay, we also give an attitude. But what happens is a lot of people don't realize when we lead ace from ace king on an opening lead, we usually have the king. But in the middle of the game, you should never play the ace from ace king. If you play the ace, you don't have the king in the middle of the game. You play the king from ace king or king queen. Now you give an attitude as well. It's exactly the same situation. Attitude.
It reverses.
You reverse the lead of the ace king. You play king from ace king. You do not play the ace because the ace might be looking for the king. So when you play the ace, you can't have the king. But if you play the king, you may have the ace. So you reverse it in the middle of the play, but you definitely do the same thing. High, I like. Low, I don't. Same thing, Gail.
Okay, so the attitude signal is the same. It's
Same.
whether you lead the ace varies whether you're the opening lead versus during
Exactly.
the
But I
game.
don't want people playing the ace from ace king in the middle of the play. They must play the king. Because sometimes you may have just ace and 1 and you're looking for the king, or ace 3 times and you're looking for the king. So it switches. It's the king from ace king in the middle of the play. Okay? All right. You happy?
Yes, thank
Good.
you.
And I see Debbie's got her hand up. Yes, Debbie.
But the thing about playing a low card as in the middle is when you're discarding, correct?
Oh,
So-
yes, but we're not discarding. We're just talking about at the moment an attitude, like or not like. Discarding is different. Low cards, you don't want the suit. It's called negative carding.
The
High
Boston.
cards, I want the suit. Sometimes you can't afford a high card, so you throw away low cards of suits you don't want. I will never discard a high card from a 4-card suit if dummy's got a 4-card suit. I want to keep all my high cards. So I would play low cards from suits I don't want. So that's
Boston
my
Boston is
input.
only in the middle of the game, is when
In the
you're doing
middle.
these cards.
Right, if you
Okay,
discard.
thanks.
Okay, anything else? All
I have a
right.
question.
Yes, tell me, sir.
Okay, sorry for the very basic question. So put yourself in the mind of North and you see the ace get led. What is the sequence of thoughts in your brain that tells you that you don't like that you want to switch to clubs?
Well, the thing is we usually play through strength. We don't play through weakness. So when
Okay.
we're looking at that dummy, partner must want a club. Because how many times am I going to get in? I want to be able to help my partner. So most probably it's a club. I think it's just standard, you know, to lead through strength and when
I
you're
see.
in the north hand to play through weakness.
So that's it. That it's the leading through strength that tells you.
Correct. And play through weakness from the north side.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Hand number 5.
Lesson to Zoom.
Okay. North passes. East passes. And south opens 1 spade. Pass by west. And now north is looking at a very flat, balanced hand and bids 2 spades. It shows 3-card or 4-card support and 6 to 10. Oh no, I'm not doing that. I might want to look and see what if I can improve my hand. I have 8 in the spades, 6 in the diamonds is 14. I've got the king of clubs singleton. I'm not sure if that's working, is 17, and a heart is 18. I've got a really good hand. So on this particular hand, you're either going to bid 4 spades or 3 spades and invite your partner. That is up to you because I'm not sure if the king is working. It may work, it may not work. It all depends on you, how you wish to play. I don't like Jack third. Somebody, I think it was Gail, that mentioned help suit game tries. Gail, that would be the bid of 3 hearts. Can you help me, partner? We're going to do that later on this year. I don't like looking at 3 losers in a suit. You have at least 3 losers in a suit. I have 1 club and 2 diamonds. I don't have a problem. And 3 hearts, you would definitely go back to 3 spades and you would not be in 4. But let's say you're getting to 4 anyway, okay? You're going to bid 4 spades. You like your hand. Bit of an overbid, but it's okay. But that would be perfect to bid 3 hearts. And now they're going to lead the ace of hearts. And you now are looking as a defender in the east hand. The ace of clubs is 1 trick. Your partner's got the ace king of hearts. That's 3 tricks. If that heart goes through, we will beat this contract. And this is where you don't want to switch. This is the exact opposite of what we just had. You're going to encourage your partner by dropping the 9 of hearts. That is called an attitude. Now, we don't know whether the 9 of hearts is a doubleton or partner's got the queen. So you'll now play the king. The 9 is a very high card. And partner plays a 3. Is that a doubleton or is it the queen? We don't know. But follow your partner's defense. Play back another heart and hope it lives. And it lives. Now you've got the contract beaten. Put on the ace of clubs and it's all over. And now they go down. So here's an attitude where you drop the 9. I like it, partner. I've got nothing else to switch to. Please continue the heart. And this is the exact opposite of what you just learned. Are there any questions regarding this hand? No? I'm waiting.
Yes, I have a question. I think somebody made the 4 spades, and I don't understand how they made it.
Oh, I know how they made it. Very easily. What happens is if they led the ace of hearts and they switched to a club and their partner thought maybe a singleton and came back a club, they would throw their hearts away on the queen jack of clubs because they had a singleton. And that's how they made it. Or that's how they made it. Or they could draw trumps and use the 4th diamond to throw 1 heart away. You have a singleton king opposite queen jack 10. If you lead a club and they come back a club and not lead the ace from ace king, because I've said to you, always leave the ace from ace king and tell partner where you live, you should be able to defeat this contract. But if you're going to lead the club and they come back a club, why would they come back a club if the king drops and dummy's got the queen and the jack? It's impossible. It's impossible to do that. Because now when you see the king drop, you know you've got to switch to the weak suit on the table. And the only weak suit is the heart suit. So you've got to switch to the heart. Let's talk about the switch. Let's say they did lead the ace of heart or they led a club. Okay? It's automatic when the king of clubs drops to come back a heart. I'm going to show it to you on a club lead. Okay? On a club lead, which is not the right lead. Maybe they led the 9 of clubs. And I win queen of clubs. And I win ace of clubs. And the king dropped. What are you looking at in the dummy? 2 club tricks. You come back the 3 of hearts. Partner, I have an honor in the heart suit and I want it back. And that is how you beat the contract. Follow partner's defense. Partner, I like hearts. Low likes, high hates. I'm sure you heard me say that before. HHLL. Low likes, high hates. And now you follow your partner's defense. And you'll never, ever make this contract. No matter what happens. So I don't know what they did. Sorry about that. Anything else?
Linda, is there any advantage for South to show the 18 high card points to partner in helping the bidding process? Like the 2 no trump bid over 2 spades?
No, you've agreed spades.
Okay.
We've agreed a suit. When you haven't agreed a suit and you were balanced, you could jump to 2 no trump showing 18, 19, but you can't do it on this hand. And that's where we're going to learn about a help suit game tries later on in the year, where you have 3 losing hearts in the hand and you want to look for help. And we'll learn about it later. So you're either going to bid 3 spades or 4 spades. It's entirely up to you. Okay? Yes, Paul.
Yeah. Hi, Linda. I had a question on the bidding side.
Okay.
I actually played the north hand and I used a Bergen raise here. Is that something
I don't like Bergen. I will never play Bergen. And I can tell you now that when I worked on the cruise ship with Marty Bergen, he doesn't play Bergen.
Okay.
I can tell you that now.
Can you tell us what? Can you tell us what?
He doesn't play Bergen, even though he wrote it. He does not play Bergen.
And why don't you like it?
Because it takes away all your bidding space, and when you want to look for help, you can't do it when you play Bergen. The bidding is too high. So I'm not a point count person. So let's say the bidding should go, and this is related why you should not play Bergen. The bidding goes 1 spade, 2 spades. And I have a hand where I want to ask for help. And let's say you have 6 high card points in the north hand and 4 trumps. And you have a singleton. The minute you've played Bergen, we can't make a help suit game try because you're already at the 3 level. But when you bid 2, I can ask for help in a suit. And when you've got a singleton where I need help, You can now get to game, not on points, but on shape and cards that work for you. I'm a firm believer as a bridge player and a teacher that shape is number one in this game. And
Okay.
Bergen does not allow you to do that.
Okay,
You're
great.
too
Thank you.
high. So when I play with anybody, it's on my convention card on BBO. No Bergen, no Gerber. I don't play those two conventions. Those are the two I don't play. No
Okay.
Bergen, no Gerber. Okay?
Great, thank you.
Good. Now maybe I've converted you. Okay? All right. Next hand.
At least there's one
convention
convention you're saving me from learning.
Oh, good, good. I don't want too many conventions. You don't want to have too many conventions. You want to play regular logical bridge. Okay, now we got to come to something else. This was hand 8. And the bidding goes 1 spade. Remember high 5. We always open the higher one first. I have some people that think that if they've got 5-5 and they're strong, they should open a heart and then bid spades. That does not exist. You always play high 5. 1 spade opening, pass. And this hand's going to make a bid of, what else can they bid on their hand? Think about it. Are they going to bid 2 clubs or they're going to bid 1 no trump? They've got too many points to bid 1 no trump. They're going to bid 2 clubs, right? We have no problem. 2 clubs. That shows at least 11 points in a 4-card club suit. It goes pass. And now West is going to bid 2 hearts. For all intents and purposes, the East hand believes that partner has 5 spades and 4 hearts, okay? And you are not going to pass because it's forcing, and you're now going to bid 2 no trump. 2 no trump says, partner, I have 11, 12 points, and I have a stopper in the unbid suit diamonds. That's what 2 no trump means. I'm in the medium range. I have 11, 12, and I have a stopper in diamonds. Now, you cannot pass 2 no trump with a void and 5-5. It is your duty to bid second suit twice, everybody. 3 hearts. Second suit twice. Now, that could be 6 spades and 5 hearts, or it can be 5 spades and 5 hearts. Now you know that partner. Now you know that partner's got 5 hearts because the first time was 4, the second time is 5. You have an 8-card major suit fit, so it's your duty now to support partner with your 8-card fit and bid 4 hearts, everybody. And now you get to game. Lovely game. Okay, you're in your 5-3 major suit fit. I know you have a singleton in partner's first suit, but you can rough some spades and it looks pretty good. And now we have to make a lead. The unbid suit is diamonds. We lead the ace from ace king. And now we know 2 things. We know 10 cards in the West hand, at least 10 cards. You know there are 10 cards in the West hand. They showed 5 hearts and 5 spades, minimum. They've got 3 cards left. They either got 1 diamond and 2 clubs, or they could have 2 diamonds and 1 club, or they could have a void in diamonds and 3 clubs, but you know for sure 10 of the cards. Your partner throws an attitude discard, 9 of diamonds. What does that mean to you? Continue. I like it. So continue. Trust your partner. She said, I like it. That means partner's got a doubleton. Because if partner had 3 and she sees the queen in dummy, she's going to tell you stop and throw the 3 of diamonds away. So when she played high, she wants to trump it. So you come back a diamond. Now, what can you come back? Well, it doesn't matter. Maybe the 8 Doesn't matter. The 8 asks for a spade back, but it doesn't matter. You come back a diamond. And you trumpet. So far, so good. And now this is where you all fall down.
Linda, you're in hearts, not spades.
I know. Oh, sorry. I trumpet the wrong card. Sorry. I meant to trumpet the heart.
We know.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. Okay, so now this is where everybody falls down. Looking at this hand, I have given this hand to so many people. Do you know what they do? They don't even think. They put on the ace of clubs and think they've beaten the contract. But they're not thinking. We need the counts. You're defending. They've shown 5 spades. They've shown 5 hearts. That's 10 cards, and they've shown 3 diamonds. They are void in clubs. And I will guarantee you that 99% of my students put on that ace of clubs because they don't even count. And I want you to count. They've shown 10 cards. They've shown 3 diamonds. There's only one way to beat this contract. One way. Do you see that they are going to trump spades? You got to stop it now. You come back a trump. Not a spade, a trump. And now they will never make the hand. Never. Okay? They are never going to make the hand. They're going to be 1 trick short. The spades don't break. They're going to try ace of spades. King of spades. They're going to play a little spade. They don't know how they lie. So far, they followed. And they're going to trump it with either the ace or the jack. It doesn't matter. And you can't over-trump that, so you'll discard a club. And now if they played the queen of diamonds, you're going to trump it, right? If they played the queen of diamonds, you're going to trump it. You're not going to put up the ace, and they trump it. Now they're going to play another spade, and they're going to trump it. Now they're going to try the queen of diamonds to get rid of their last spade, and you're going to trump it. Right? You're not giving them a trick. And now they're going to lose the queen of spades, and they go 1 down. Why? Because they are 1 trick short. If you don't come back a trump, they cannot ruff all their spades. They can cross ruff the whole hand if you do not play back a trump, everybody. That whole hand gets cross ruffed. They ruff a spade, they ruff a club, they ruff a spade, they make every card, and you don't have a problem. And no one can over ruff them because they've got all the hearts. So this is a hand on count, everyone. Count. Very important. You as defenders have got to work out. They've shown 10 cards. They've shown 3 diamonds. You can only come back a trump to stop them from ruffing their first suit. Are there any questions?
Linda?
Yes.
On the bidding, I was West and opened a spade, but my partner bid 2 no trump.
With a singleton?
Well, she had all the other suits stopped.
No. You cannot bid 2 no trump. It's one of the worst bids in bridge. Over a major. I only do it over a minor, denying a 4-card major. When I'm unbalanced, and I am unbalanced, I'm going to go slowly. The principle of this game is to always hear the opener's rebid. So I would always bid 2 clubs just to wait and hear my opener. When my partner bids 2 hearts, now I will bid 2 no trump to show my no trump shape. But I would never go straight to 2 no trump. Never.
Thank you.
Okay? I bend over backwards. Try not to be the no trumper. I try to get the strong hand to usually play the hand, not me. So many hands that I try not to. If my partner opens a club and I don't have a heart stopper and I've got a no trump shape, I might bid a diamond with 4 clubs in my hand just to hear my opener's rebid. And I get the strong hand to play the hand. I don't want to bid a no trump with 4 clubs and 3 hearts and 3 spades and 3 diamonds and a weak hand. I might bid a diamond and just pretend I had 4 because I'm waiting to hear my opener's rebid. That is the principle of this game. Opener describes and responder decides. Okay?
Can I ask a question? So once
Sure.
again, there's a difference between the initial responder's initial 2 no trump versus a 2 no trump rebid.
Very different. And today, people play over a major 2 no trump as a convention. It's the sister of splinters called Jacoby 2 no. So nobody uses that as a 2 no trump bid literally. It's a convention called Jacoby 2 no. We go slowly, even if we have to bid, even if we've got 4 hearts. Let's say we've got 3 spades, 4 hearts, 3 diamonds, 3 clubs. You can't bid 2 hearts over 1 spade. You go slowly. So you bid a 3-card club suit. You're in charge. You know where you're going. Just let's wait to hear opener's rebid. Don't worry about that. We want to hear opener. You can't bid 2 hearts with 4 hearts. If you 4-3, if you 3-4-4, 3-4-3-3. You have to bid 2 clubs on a 3-card club suit.
What if it were over a minor?
Over a minor? I might over 1 club. I might over, well, not on this hand, but if my partner opened a club and I had 4 baby clubs, and I've got 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, and 3 spades, but I don't have a stopper in the heart suit, I'm going to bid 1 diamond. Just waiting to hear the opener's rebid. The other day, they bid 2 no trump, just like you told me, and they never had a heart stopper. And I led the queen of hearts, and dummy came down with king doubleton, and we took the first 5 heart tricks. And the wrong hand played the hand. If the other hand had bid no trump, you couldn't lose 3 no trump. So it's a very good policy to remember, do you want to be the dummy? I say this to myself many, many times when I play this game. Do I want to be the dummy? And I try to make sure that the stronger hand becomes the declarer and the weaker hand is in the dummy. But it doesn't always work, but most of the time it works very, very well. Okay?
I get the question and I get where I might want the answer, but how does that relate to what we're talking about?
Well, we're discussing why you should never bid 2 no trump on this hand over 1 spade. I went 1 spade, 2 no trump with a singleton.
Okay.
And we don't want to do that. You want to just go slowly. You want to put 2 clubs on the hand. Okay? All right.
Linda, yeah.
Yes.
North has an opening hand, but because West bid 1 spade, it stole North's bid. So
Right.
would it be appropriate in that case to bid double?
You can't double without tolerance for 3 suits. You don't have hearts. You guarantee at least 3 hearts to an honor. So you can never double when you've got their suit. You show shortage in their suit. Take up doubles guarantee short in the opener's suit.
So there's no way that North should bid with that opening hand?
Never.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Who's next? Laurel?
Yeah. Thank you. That was me. Thank you.
Oh, that was you. Okay, Debbie.
We missed that 3 heart bid as a way to say that you have 5 of them. So we ended up in no trump and did really well. We were just lucky.
Okay. Well, you should always bid your second suit twice when you 5-5.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll do that. Do that next time. But it worked out well in no trump.
Okay, this is the last hand. I really have 3 hands, but this is one I wanted to demonstrate because we want to learn about the count. Today we learned about attitude and count, and I think it's important that we look at this hand and work out about the count. I think this hand is going to open two no trump. Or no, two clubs. We've got 10, 17, and 4, 21, 22. We open two clubs. Okay, we've got 22 high card points. Pass by East. Two diamonds is called a waiting bird. It has nothing to do with diamonds. It says, goody, 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 tell me more. That's all it says. And partner now rebids two no trump. A two no trump opening is 2021. So two clubs followed by two no trump is 22 to 24. You've got 6 points, and you know with 6 points there's a game. Partner's got 22 and you've got 6 is 28, so you bid 3 no trump. No stamen, no 4-card major. All right? Right. And now they have to lead a suit. When there's no stamen, I always lead a major. Always. And the lead of the 2 of spades. I like to lead from the better major, not from the one that doesn't have an honor. If I had to lead hearts, I would lead the 7 to show no honor, not the 3. The 3 says you want it back. The 7 says second highest. I don't want it back. But on this lead, it looks pretty hopeful that the spades are 4-4 on the lead of the 2 because it's the 4th card down. Queen, 10, 4, 2. The 4th card down is the 2. And now we've got to play and look at our tricks. Before we play, we have 4 heart tricks. We have 2 clubs are 6. We have 1 spade is 7. We need to know and get some diamond tricks. We need 2 diamond tricks to make our contract. So we look, there's no taxi to that dummy. Dummy's dead. So here comes the situation where you're going to learn about count. 3rd hand high. And now we don't know who's got the ace of diamonds. If we take the ace of spades and the east hand's got the ace of diamonds, our spade is protected. If we don't take the ace and there are 4-4, it's not protected anyway, because if the ace of diamonds is in the west hand, they're still going to have another spade on the lead of the 2. So I would take the ace in case the ace of diamonds is in the east hand. That is the reasoning of why, and we're going to learn about a hold-up play later this year. If the east has the ace of diamonds, my jack of spades will hold up against the queen of spades, and I've got a second stopper. I have no idea where or how or what. Now, what we do is we keep control. We don't tell them what we have before they can signal to each other. We want to go straight. Yes.
I didn't understand a single word you said there about where the ace of diamonds is, and it's okay to take the ace of spades now.
Well,
I didn't understand.
I second that.
Okay, look at your spade holding. What's missing? The queen. Right? The queen is missing. You've got the jack. You know that the queen isn't in the west hand. If the queen was in the west hand, they wouldn't put up the king. They would play the queen. So the queen is in the east hand. If east has the ace of diamonds, they can't attack your spade suit because the jack will be a stopper. If they play the queen of spades, your jack will become a trick. So therefore, you should take the ace. West does not have the queen of spades. 3rd hand play plays the lowest of touching cards. So I'm not sure who's got the ace. If I hold up the spade and not take the ace, they let the 2, it shows a 4-card suit. That means that the west hand has got 4 spades. So if I don't take the ace, okay, and I play the 9, and they come back the 3 from a 4-card suit, and you put in the jack, and they play the queen, and you throw a spade away, and then there come another spade because partner showed 4, and you throw a club away. All right, and you win the ace. They still have a spade in the hand. Now, if the ace of diamonds is with East, I had a chance to make the jack. Because if the ace of diamonds is in the East hand, my jack will hold up against the queen. They can't attack me. You understand? They can't attack my spade. So I would always take the first spade trick, but it doesn't matter on this hand. Do you understand what I'm saying? That the jack is a second stopper? No?
No, nope, I still don't get it. Sorry.
Okay,
I get
go
the
back.
jack as a second stopper, but what does that have to do with the ace of diamonds?
Because we don't know where the ace of diamonds is.
What difference does it make?
It makes a huge difference, because if the ace of diamonds is in the East hand, they can't touch your spade suit. You've got a second stopper. Look, if you take the ace of spades now, and you take it now, all right? And the ace, and now I play the 10 of diamonds, and the ace is in the East hand. If the ace is in the East hand, if they play the queen of spades, my jack will become a trick. That is called a second stopper. They can't touch the spade suit, because the queen will take the 9 and my jack will become a trick.
Now I understand. Thank you.
But now we have a problem. Dummy's got no entry. And it's your duty, East, to tell partner how many diamonds are in your hand. When there's no entry, we need the count. We need to know how many diamonds in declarer's hand. So having 3, you drop the 4. They play the 5. You play the 2. You play the 9 of diamonds, and your partner drops the 6. Low shows an odd number. If you duck this trick and give this to them, now they're making 3 no trump. Now they've got 2 diamond tricks. The spade is 3, 4 hearts is 7, and 2 clubs are 9, and they're making the contract. And this is where the count comes in. When there's no entry to the table, it is your duty to know, when do I take the ace? East has to tell partner on the very first card, and that's what we were telling you originally. We need the count. Dummy's got no taxi there for those diamonds. We need to know how many diamonds are in the north hand. So a low card shows an odd number. A high card shows an even number. So if East had only 2 diamonds and not 3, East would play the 8 and then the 6. Then you would hold up the ace. Then you'd know that declarer has 3. But if you play the 4 on the first trick, you can count 5 diamonds in dummy, 3 in your hand is 8, 3 in partner's hand is 11. They've only got 2. So now when partner plays the 6 showing 3, you take this ace now. And that is called the count.
On the second round, I'm sorry.
The second round, you've got to take it. If you don't take the second round, they're running for their lives and making 9 tricks.
Why aren't you playing the 8 of diamonds from East on the second round, showing a doubleton at that point?
When? East
On the second trick.
Because then you do take
got 2 cards left.
Trick. You don't
Pardon?
take it on the first one. You take it only on the second one.
No, I'm saying East should signal an odd number of cards on the first diamond trick.
He did.
But on the
He
right,
did.
but
This
on
is
the
what he
second
did.
diamond trick, why don't they play 8 to echo and show that they had 3, they now have 2?
No, they're showing 3. You play up the ladder. 4, 6, 8. 4, and then the 6 shows an odd number. High, low shows an even number.
Okay.
Low shows 3 or
Okay.
5. High shows 2 or 4. So on the first trick, you play the 4. doesn't matter, and they duck it. Now they see 5 in dummy, 3 in their hand is 8. Partner played a low one. They play the 9. They now play the 6. Now you know partner's got 3. And now you play the ace and take it. Now they never make the hand because they wanted that extra diamond trick, and that's called the count. And that is what you're learning tonight. You need to help your partner when there's no entry to the dummy. We need the count. Low is 3 or 5, an odd number, high or second highest, and then low shows 2 or 4. So if the East hand had only 2 diamonds, the East would play high first and then low. And that's how you would show the count. But looking at the spade hand, you would take the ace of diamonds, and when you have 3 cards left in your hand, when you had 4 originally, you come back the 3 to show a 4-card suit. If you only had 2 left, you'd come back the 8. Now you play the 9, they win the 10, and now they can take all their spades. But if East held the ace of diamonds, your spade is protected with the jack 9. They can't break that suit. And we're going to do that later on in the year. So are there any questions about the count, everybody? Low is an odd number, 3 or 5. High is an even number, 2 or 4. And when there's no entry to the dummy, it's your duty to help your partner, to tell partner when to take an ace and when not to take an ace. Are there any questions? Everyone's so quiet. No questions? Okay.
I just want to say that was really helpful because that's what we missed, how to do that in order to.
Right. I'm happy.
We held up too long on the diamond.
Yes, if you hold up too long, they make the contract. They run for their lives. Now they've got everything. So now they can definitely make the hand. They've got 9 tricks. They're going to run so fast you can't believe it. So that's the time we use the count. So tonight's lesson on count and attitude. Attitude on the opening lead. High, please continue. Low, switch. And in defense, we also play attitude. If you like it or you don't like it, we need to get the attitude as well. And you need to look where else and listen to the bidding. Listening to the bidding is half your problem. If we'd listen to the bidding, we'd know how to defend many hands. But don't forget the rule of 40 or the rule of 14. The minute you know they have 26 points between them, you can now add up your points and you know how many points your partner has. Any questions, everybody? Okay.
Just one question.
Yes.
The rule of 40, that assumes, I mean, you said earlier that shape is more important than points.
I agree.
So does the rule of 40 really work?
It works to know how many points are in your partner's hand and whether you should be a butterfly or not. I don't want you switching from suit to suit. This is very common amongst new bridge players. You use it because you need to learn whether you should play passively or actively. When you've got nothing in your hand, you know partner's got all the points. When you've got all the points, you should play passively, and that's where you use it. You use it in that situation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I want to thank you all. I hope you've had a good time. And on Thursday, we're going to discuss suit preference signals.
Hey, Linda?
Yes.